Welcome back to the shit show, everybody. Here is where the shit show meets the Murdaugh case, courtesy of the clerk of court, Becky Hill. So while Becky Hill is out there writing a very shitty book about how terrible Alec Murdaugh is and how they knew he was guilty, she apparently has been treating this courthouse in this county as if it were her own fucking playground. So let's talk about all of the different ways that Becky Hill, clerk of court of Colleton County, has allegedly fucked up. First, there's the allegation that everybody knows that she had improper contact with the jurors, and that could potentially get Alec Murdaugh a new trial. Well, did she do that? I don't know. She denies it. But in the state's response to the defense's motion, they admit that she had contact with the juror. They just say it wasn't material, and it didn't affect anybody's decision on whether he was guilty or innocent. So that's fuck up number one. Fuck up number two is actually writing a damn book about it. So Becky contacted the State Ethics Commission and asked, can I write this book? They basically said, not if your ability to write the book arose out of your employment with the state. Now, that's basically saying don't write the book. She wrote the book anyway. Other people told her not to write the book. She wrote the book anyway. There is no way you can tell me that the ability to write this behind the scenes book did not arise out of your employment with the state, with the county. It definitely did. Fuck up number three. Did Becky steal money from the county? It's looking a whole lot like she did. So Becky was allowing people to come in and tour the courthouse, tour that nice little holding cell where Alex spent so much time. People who were gawkers were coming in and looking. Meanwhile, Becky's saying, the courthouse needs new windows. If you'd like to make a donation, we're not charging you for the tour, but you can certainly make a donation. Well, at least one of those was a check for $100 that Becky crossed off County of Colleton and put her name and deposited it into her bank account. That's the allegation. There are rumors that she stole more money than that, but we know that that is definitely a complaint that is filed with the Ethics Commission, and that one will land you in jail if true. Fuck up number four. We know that Becky's son was arrested for eavesdropping on the deputy county administrator. Now, why would he be eavesdropping on the deputy county administrator? Well, I'll tell you. It's because the deputy county administrator is the go-between between the Ethics Commission and the county. So when the Ethics Commission needed something or wanted an update on the complaints against Becky, they would call the deputy county administrator. This is how Becky stayed ahead of the investigation. And how did they find out that they were being wiretapped and eavesdropped on? Well, every time they got a call, magically, Becky would appear in some way, shape, or form. Phone call, outside your door, email, I don't know. But she reached out almost every time the Ethics Commission came to call. So they haven't charged her with it yet, but that would allegedly tie her into the eavesdropping case. Fuck up number four. Fuck up number five, here we go. Don't forget that the same night that her son was arrested, there was a search warrant done for Becky's cell phone. Becky had taken her cell phone from the county cell phone lines to her personal account. She removed it from the county paying for it to her personal line. Why would she do that? Because when the Ethics Commission comes in and says, I want your county phone, there isn't one. She can give them whatever new phone she has, but that other phone is now on her personal account and they can't get to it. That is an alleged obstruction of justice, and that will also get you arrested. But here's my favorite one. The seats for this trial were supposed to be on a first-come, first-served basis. Well, we know that not to be true because even though people were lining outside the door at 7 a.m. and before that, even on some days, Melissa Gordon, the photographer for Becky's book, had a seat in the courtroom every single day. Now, Becky told the Ethics Commission that she did not plan to write this book until after the trial was over. That's when the idea came to her. Why is the photographer sitting in the courtroom every single day? But here's my favorite part. There was a Facebook group called Murdaugh Murders, a case discussion. And in that group on July 14th, Melissa Gordon, wife of the ghostwriter, friend of Becky's who was allowed in the courtroom every single day, put a post in there with a picture of Alec Murdaugh laying in the holding cell with a book across his lap. And it was titled, Waiting on the Verdict to Come In. Now, this picture actually came from surveillance video. That means that Becky Hill allowed Melissa Gordon access to surveillance video. That's video that nobody else had access to. That is video that Becky Hill allowed her to have. And the real shit kicker is that there was a link to additional pictures. And when you clicked on that link to go see the additional pictures, it took you to a page to buy Becky's shitty book. There's also other alleged allegations against Becky, like letting Netflix come in and use the courthouse for their documentary and shutting down early. That's misuse of public funds because the courthouse is supposed to be open and people are being paid and sent home. Letting an author do his book signing there. Either way, a whole bunch of alleged allegations against Becky, one of which is probably going to get her arrested at a minimum. So back to the original question, does Alec Murdaugh get a new trial? Yeah, I think so, because try putting Becky Hill on the stand and have her not plead the fifth to any question that she's answered. And if she does not plead the fifth, then her credibility is fucking shot because you've got all of these allegations against you and probably pending charges by the time this comes up.